Today I'm going to make whitefish piccata. It's a very simple, very easy recipe. So I have some fresh squeezed lemon juice, some capers, some butter, some sliced garlic, and I'm using snapper here. You can use any whitefish. I mean, snapper will work, redfish would probably work, snook would definitely work, mahi would work. Pretty much any kind of whitefish would work with this. Again, as I said, this is fresh squeezed lemon juice for this recipe. It's very simple, so all of the ingredients are going to need to be fresh. If they're not, it's going to stand out very quickly. If you do have that imitation or pasteurized or processed, whatever it is, little green ball of lemon juice, do yourself a favor and go throw that in the trash right now before the cooking gods burn down your house. Seriously, that stuff is disgusting. Don't use it for anything. I mean, seriously, if you're going to use that pre-squeezed, processed, nasty green ball of lemon juice, you might as well just piss in your food. I have been known to use pre-minced garlic, the stuff that comes in the little jar, but not here. It won't work here. So with fish this fresh and beautiful, all I've done is put a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper on it, as well as a little bit of salt. That's all I'm going to do with this, and then I'm going to saute it in some butter, and that's it. So here we have our pan heating up, as always. I've got it at about medium high. You don't want to wait too long or your butter will turn brown. That's not always a bad thing, but not what we want here. A little bit of trivia, that's called beurre noisette. So I'll cook these until they're cooked all the way through, maybe 3-4 minutes on the side. Eventually I'm probably going to need to turn the heat down just a little bit. Like I always say, use all your senses. If it starts to smell too burnt, or if it starts to sizzle too fast, then turn it down. If it's not sizzling fast enough, turn it up. Just be careful, you know, there's a fine line, and always remember that if it's too hot, the best thing to do immediately is pull the pan off the burner. It's the best way to cool it down. Now I'm going to attempt to flip this fish. I got my handy dandy fish spatula. I'm just going to try to very carefully, just sticking a little bit. Sometimes if it sticks a little too much, it means it's not ready to come up. I don't think that's the case here. I think it needs to come up. I would have liked a little bit more brown on there. Smells delicious. These other pieces are a little thicker. I'm going to let them go a little bit longer than these two before I flip them. So how do you know when it's done? It's a very difficult question to answer. For me, I can tell by the touch, by the resistance. Because I've cooked thousands of pounds of fish in my previous career. I can tell you that these aren't quite there. They're close. And these are done. If you have to, you can sort of take a fork and split into it a little bit and make sure there's no kink. My fish did stick to the pan a little bit, as you can see here. There's no shame in it, just, you know, when you're pulling it out, just try not to destroy the fish. It happens. So now I'm gonna make the sauce. I'll show you a little trick. I use a little bit of olive oil to cut the butter. What that does is raises the smoking point of the butter so it won't turn brown quite as quickly, and also stretches it just a little bit. Yes, that is a decent amount of butter, but it's butter sauce. Now that that's all melted, we'll throw in the garlic. You want to cook the garlic until it just starts to turn a little bit brown. You get that nice nutty flavor. With all of this butter and oil in here, it's gonna flavor all that. Oh, it smells so good. You can almost smell when it starts to turn brown. Like I said, it's not just a nutty flavor, but a nutty aroma as well. You also notice that butter does get a little bit of a browning on it too, and you can smell that. You can see that it's just starting to turn a nice golden brown. You can see that it's getting a nice golden brown and it's a little sticky. So what we'll do to stop it from cooking is add the lemon juice. And we'll add the capers. And we'll just let that cook down just a little bit. We may add just a little bit more butter to this. Smells fantastic. I'm going to add just another small little pat of butter. Sort of helps bring the sauce together a little bit. Makes it a little more, it makes it a little more homogeneous. So now I'm going to turn it off. So now I've turned off the heat, and I'll just take some pasta. I like to use angel hair. Toss that right in there. And give it a good stir. And there you have it. I just put the pasta with the lemon caper butter sauce on the plate, put the fish on top. Very simple, very fresh, very delicious. As always, throw me a like and a share if you like this video, and I will continue to make more. Bon appetit!